Good morning. So, welcome. So, how's the practice going on? How's the learning going on? So, yesterday we had done anchoring, and before that, we did metaphors and six-step reframe. Please keep practicing. Also, the assignment has been shared. Yeah, and start working on it. The thing is that if you have already done the things that we are telling you to do on a regular basis, then the assignment is already half complete for you. You have to only translate it in words in the document. Good. Using daily whatever the stuff we are studying. Very good. Very good. That's the way to go ahead. Super. All right. So the process of six-step reframe that we saw yesterday was a process to handle something that you don't want to do. That time when I had asked you to type in the chat box, some of you wrote about, I don't want to get angry, I don't want to get emotional. And those were states. And then you also learned the process of handling states, emotional states. What process will you use for handling your emotional states? Type in the chat box. Anchors, exactly. Exactly. So anchors will help you to handle your emotional state and to be in the state whenever you want. And if you don't want the state, any kind of negative, unwanted resource state is there, and you don't want that, instead you want something else, you use the process of collapsing anchors. So yesterday's recording is yet to come up on Facebook, so it will come up today. So just please be patient, and both will be there up today itself, yesterday's and today's. So it is collapsing anchors. So you don't want an emotion, you collapse it with another emotion that you want. Now, to move further ahead, now let's work on things that you want. Okay. So I want you all to type in the chat box some goal or some outcome that you want. What is it that you want to achieve? Please type in the chat box. Type some goal that you want to achieve. Okay, public speaking. Okay. Marketing, financial freedom, financial goals. Okay. We'll wait for more people to answer. Start my own work, mental peace. Okay. Want to be effective NLP practitioner. Okay. Health goals, financial goals. All right. Good. So talking about goals, today's topic is about how to set goals. And you may have heard about certain goal setting processes in various areas of life. The difference that makes the difference in NLP is that in NLP, we work on the goal getting process rather than the goal setting process. I mean, the principle here is that goal setting is done by the conscious mind, whereas goal getting is done by the subconscious mind. And how to set your goals in such a way that your subconscious mind is propelled to do whatever it takes to go and get the goals. So are you excited for that? Type in the chat box. Are you ready to set your goals in a way that your subconscious mind can get them? Yes, superb. So the process in NLP that I call it as the goal getting process is in NLP, it is called as well-formed outcomes. And there is a question on this as well in your assignment. So this is the topic we're going to cover today, well-formed outcomes. How to set your goals in a better way. So for that, I told you to type in certain goals in the chat. Now, I'm just going through what you have written. And although some of them will fit into the criteria for well-formed outcome, there is still a lot of fine-tuning to do for all the goals that you've written. Like health goals, financial goals. What exactly? I need you to pinpoint in depth that what exactly are you looking at? Financial freedom means what? Start my own work. What kind of work? When you want to start? Public speaking. What do you mean by that? Or rather, what do you want to do in public speaking? Marketing. What exactly in marketing? So now, as we go through this process, I want you to be very clear and specific about the goal that you want to work on. Okay, we will fine tune whatever you've written. There are some goals which are written over here, like, controlling myself with swing moods which impacts negatively. You already know a process for that. Which process will you use for that, Pooja? Controlling on myself with swing moods. Moods के लिए कौन सा process है? Which tool will help you? Type in the chat box. Also, Madhvi has written mental peace. Which tool will help you for mental peace? Reframing is there. That is the language. The tool that was about the mood management or emotion management is anchors. Exactly. So anchors is what will help you for managing your moods, for your mood swings. So create the circle of excellence, make the anchor and use that. Okay. अभी याद नहीं आ रहा है भाई, कल ही किया था. Okay. If you have attended yesterday's session, then it was there yesterday itself. The collapsing anchors, the anchors, circle of excellence, all of that you can use for moods. When we talk about well-formed outcomes in NLP, we are looking at certain tangible goals. Okay, so we'll work on that process as well. Emotional independence, financial independence, perseverance to do work without getting demoralized with failure. Okay, we will need to do some work on that. That's a good starting point. Improve communication. Yeah, that could be a goal, a outcome. But still, we need to fine tune it better. So let's see how to do that. So let's dive into this well-formed outcomes. Before we go into the process or the steps to well-formed outcome, let's understand the principles to achieve any successful outcome. To get your goals, what do you need to do? First and foremost, the step is to know your outcome precisely. What exactly do you want? For what reason you want it? What do you mean by, for example, when you're saying financial independence, emotional independence, what do you mean by that? How will you know that you have got it? So a lot of steps are involved in this first principle itself, know your outcome precisely. All the steps you're going to see later on. But this is the first and foremost step to be able to achieve the outcome, that you know what the outcome is. Once you know that with utmost clarity, the next step is to do something about it. Take action. Because only when you do something, you'll get the results. The third principle is notice what is happening. Apply your sensory acuity. Take the feedback from what is happening. You may have done a very meticulous plan to achieve your goal. I will do this, I will do that by this particular date, I will do this, I'll complete this particular course, or I'll get this promotion, or whatever steps you have decided, or whatever milestones you have decided. So you will certainly be doing something about it. Now the question is that as you're doing a lot of action, a lot of effort, are those actions and efforts giving you the result or no? And if not, then what is happening? Remember the principle, there is no failure, there is only feedback. So what feedback are you getting from doing things? So notice what is happening. And then fourth principle is be flexible. Apply your behavioral flexibility to make changes in your path, do a course correction if needed. And Be flexible on your goal. Sorry, be fixed about your goal, but be flexible about the ways that you can achieve the goal, or be flexible about what feedback you are getting from the efforts you're putting in, and be ready to make some changes along the way. And the fifth one is work from a psychology and physiology of excellence. What do you understand by these big terms? Using meta model violations, these are all nominalizations. Psychology, physiology of excellence. What, according to you, is psychology and physiology of excellence? क्या करना चाहिए? क्या होना क्या चाहिए? What should be there? Type in the chat box. Mindset and state. Yeah. Words. Yeah. Words matching actions. Mind body connection. Exactly. Coordination. Yeah. Body posture, state of mind, state of body, requirement according to requirements, body language. Yes, exactly. You operate as if you are doing the right thing to achieve it. Operate from a state of excellence. Excellence here is not perfection. Excellence is knowing that you are doing whatever it takes, and that is reflecting in your thoughts, in your words, and also in your body language. Yes, saw something related to excellence. What was that? एंकरिंग में क्या किया था एक्सेलेंस का? Yeah, circle of excellence. You create the anchor of the circle of excellence. Whatever you need, whatever resources you need, operate from that. Have a mindset of being able to achieve what you want to achieve. Have the body language of what you want to achieve. Right? We understood yesterday that your mind affects your body and your body affects your mind in return. Circle of excellence was done by Pawan, right? Where you put in all the resources that you need into one tool and you operate from there. Wasn't done? Okay, if not, then it will be done. Okay, so sorry for that. So it will be done in a future segment. So it's an anchor that you can carry with you at all times, and you use that to get all the resources that you need. So that will then come up. If it's not done, then Pawan will be doing it later on. So that is the 5 principles of achieving any successful outcome. Now, out of these 5, which one do you think is most important? Of course, all 5 are important, but which one is more important than the others? Which one is the most crucial one? What do you think? Number 1. Yes, it is number 1. Because only when you know what you have to do, only when you know what you are getting at or where you are going, only then you will be able to do anything to get there or do something about it. Everything else will follow only when number 1 is clear. So our first and foremost focus is going to be on principle number 1. Know your outcome precisely. So now I want all of you to think of a goal or an outcome that you want to achieve. And the entire process that we are going to go through today, I want you to relate it to the goal that you are having. Okay. Some of you already typed some goals earlier. Now I want you to fine tune it and put it in a better way. Whatever better you think you can put it in, I want you to type in the chat box what goal you want to achieve. What outcome do you want to achieve? And this time I want everyone to type in. Okay, want to play guitar, want to lose 15 kilo weight in 3 months, reduce 3 kgs by end of the month. Right now, a good health, okay. Get rid of my nasal polyp, be healthy, okay. Be able to apply the recent technical learning in 2 months. Become CXO of an MNC by December 23. Become financially independent, debt-free by December 23. Want to deliver classes smartly, confidently in public. I want 7 crore up to 2025. Pass my exam in April 23. My outcome is to have a HbA1c at 5.9% from 7.3% before 28th August 23. Okay. Gain 5 kilos in month. Okay. To have a fixed sleeping and morning schedule. Follow the plan chalked out. Portfolio of 5 CR, 5 CR bank statement, bank balance at the time of retirement. Okay. Improve my ability to understand other person's perspective. Want to get a job. Okay. I want to work in Gulf as a Hindi teacher. Learn to time management. Want to get a job. Okay. Effective leader as a principal. Apply all techniques of NLP. Good communication in senior management meetings. So I want to manage well my time and work. Remove procrastination from my life. Get principals to take my training program for the schools. Okay. Good. Good. Want to improve my relationship with anyone who comes in my life. Okay, great. So let's dive into this. And now keep the goal that you have written in mind. Okay. Want to find skills on stock market. 100% from last 3 years I'm doing, but still sometimes do mistakes. PhD in education, apply for it. Great. Great. Okay, wow. All inspiring goals. Superb. So well-formed outcomes has a number of steps that we are going to see through. First step is make sure that the outcome that you have is a goal and not a state. State, that is an emotional state, it can be managed by anchoring or collapsing anchors. Goal is what we are looking at. Goal is something that is tangible. The basic difference between state and goal is, let's say I want mental peace. That is state. I may get mental peace. I can use an anchor, get mental peace. I can think of a peaceful moment in the past, relive that experience. There I am. I can get mental peace. But immediately, if something else happens, some turmoil happens, mental peace is gone. So, a state can be reversed immediately, and it can be achieved also immediately with the ways of anchoring or thinking about a past moment of that state. Goal, on the other hand, takes some time because goal has to be achieved through some certain steps. You follow a process. Sometimes it involves a longer time as well. That could be short term, it could be medium term, it could be long term. But goal has certain time to take to do it, and it is not immediately reversible. Let's say even if you achieve a weight target, and let's say it may get reversed, but again there are certain wrong actions to be done in order to reverse something that is achieved, right? So a goal is something that is tangible and that takes a certain period of time to achieve and cannot be immediately reversed, whereas state is more intangible, more nebulous, and it's there now, it's gone later. That is the first checkpoint for you to work on well-formed outcomes. Now, what to do if your outcome is a state? One of the ways you handle it is through anchoring. Another way in which you handle it is by converting the state into a goal. For example, if you want to achieve mental peace, what needs to happen for me to achieve mental peace? If again that is in the mind only, that I need to shut off all my inner crappy talks, then again it is got to do with anchoring. But if it is something that I will achieve mental peace when I pay off all my loans, now I have a tangible outcome. So paying off loans, becoming debt free, or when I'm able to travel the world, that time I'll have mental peace. Okay, for that you can take Or when I have a 5 crore portfolio, that of the time I'll have mental peace. So that you can take. So you can convert a goal, a state into a goal, and then work on that using the well-formed outcome process. So that is the first checkpoint. The second checkpoint. For this one, I want you to type in. You've already written the goal. Okay. Type in for what purpose, for what reason do you want to have the goal that you have written? What is important about this goal? The goal that you have written already, type in the chat box, why do you want that goal? And I'm asking the why question with a lot of intention. What is the intention of the goal? What is important about that goal? Career achievement, financial stability, have a healthy body, energetic body, improve health. Okay. So, for example, find skills on stock market. For what purpose? Improve relationships with anyone who comes in my life. For what? What is important about that? Manage well my time and work. Good communication. Effective leader as a principal. PhD. 5 crore bank balance. HbA1c. Deliver classes smartly. Whatever you have written, I want you to type in for what? Nasal polyp, so I can breathe easily and normally, be healthy. Okay. To prove my worth in the eyes of my family members. Okay. Improve my visibility and income, life balance, mental peace. To live a decent life after retirement. Ultimate happiness. Get promoted, shifted to school in big city. Stock market with fine skills. For what? What will that do for you? Create my identity, be more productive, social service. Okay, whatever you have written now, for what? What is important about getting what you have just now written? So I'm now chunking up one more level. For what reason do you want it? What is important about it? I want to lose 10 kilos to look good for my wedding. Okay. To bring balance. Productive busyness. Okay. Interpersonal communication, relationships. Good. Now when you're doing for what, now it may or may not be tangible. It's like, I want peace of mind. Here you can have peace of mind. The first step needs to be tangible. Now I'm asking you, what is the purpose? What is the reason? Why do you want it? What is important about that? To get rid of thyroid problems. Okay. All right. Now, whatever you have written, we have chunked up 2 levels. You can chunk up even further. Okay. Whatever you've written, uska bhi you can find out what is important about that. What we are identifying over here is the reason that you want to achieve the goal, or the goal itself that you want to achieve. Is it framed in such a way that takes you towards what you want? Or is it framed in such a way that takes you away from what you don't want? You may say both are same, right? Taking you towards what you want or taking you away from what you don't want. It's like this. If someone says I want financial freedom, or someone says I want to have 5 crores portfolio, and I ask for what purpose? There can be 2 types of answers. Yeah, I'm explaining that only. Okay, there can be 2 types of answers. One answer could be, I want 5 crores portfolio so that I can travel the world, so that I can live a comfortable lifestyle, so that I can have the best life with my family. I can give them whatever they want, whenever they want. And these are all things that will take, that is framed in a way that is towards what you want. The other way to say the same goal is I want 5 crores of portfolio so that I don't have to work for 9 to 5 job, so that I don't have to be stressed about money, so that I don't have any loans on my head. Now, what is the difference over here? This one is framed in a manner that is away from what you don't want, which means you're very clear about what I don't want. Now, both these are very, very important drivers of motivation. See, human mind is driven either by pleasure or by pain. These are basically these two things, pleasure and pain. Having clarity about what I want versus having clarity about what I don't want. Both are powerful motivators. They will push you more, both. But what will push you better, what will make your goal achievable and sustainable is the towards component. So make sure, that is the second checkpoint, make sure that your goals are stated and framed in the towards rather than away from. So we'll take some examples from the chat over here to understand this point. Towards examples first. Okay. Work satisfaction, interpersonal communication, productive business, live a decent lifestyle, be more productive, get promoted, shifted to school in a big city, ultimate happiness. These are all towards. Okay. Live decent life after retirement, improve my visibility and income. These are towards. Now let's take some away from examples. Get rid of my nasal polyp. Means I don't want my nasal polyp. The reason for that is nicely stated as a towards. So that I can breathe easily and normally, so I can be healthy. But the goal itself, getting rid of nasal polyp, is stated in the away from. We'll see what to do with that. Okay, just become aware. I'm just reading more. Look good for my wedding, towards. But lose 10 kilos by May 23. What do you think? Is that towards or is that away from? Lose 10 kilos. Yeah. Rupali will answer that. First, become aware. Yeah, it is away from. I don't want the 10 kilos which I'm having. Okay, it's away from. Become aware. We'll see what to do. Okay. Get rid of the spondylitis. Again, away from. Now, what should be the case? What will happen if the goal is stated in the towards? What will happen if the goal is stated in away from? Let's understand. Do you know people in life, if you ask them something, let's say you ask them that, what kind of partner you want in a relationship. There'll be some people who say that, my partner should not be smoking, should not be drinking, should not be abusive, should not be rude to my parents, should not do blah, 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 should not be like that, like this, blah, blah, blah. Very clear about what they don't want. And then you ask them, acha, wo sab theek hai, you tell me what you want. And their answer will be that whatever else is fine. All this should not be there. And then if you look at what they are attracting in their life, for some reason or the other, they will find a partner exactly the way that they don't want. And then they'll wonder, I'm very clear what I don't want. Why am I getting that all the time? Same way can apply in a job. I don't want this kind of job. I don't want that kind of job. But if wahi job I'm getting the same kind of job, why is that pattern repeating? The principle here is what we learned in Milton model. You cannot not think of something without thinking about it. If I say I don't want poverty, I don't want a rude boss, I don't want a bad partner, what visual representation am I creating in my mind about what I don't want? And then I'm saying I'll cancel. But वो cancel करने के लिए first I have to see it, right? So away from can be a very strong motivator to push you into action. No doubt. But the biggest problem with that is that the result will come exactly what you don't want. Because you are having the visions of that only. I don't want spondylitis. So क्या है? Spondylitis है. I don't want poverty. So what is there? I don't want the 10 kilos of weight. So what is there? That is there. So what to do if your goal is in the away from? So Rupali, it's not that we should not say what we don't want. If at all you are saying what you don't want, which is natural, which is a good driver, what you need to do upon that is for everything that you don't want, come up with at least 5 things that you will have instead of that. For example, if I don't have, when I will not have a nasal polyp, what will I have? I'll be able to breathe freely. I'll be able to probably, get the fragrance of the flowers around me. What all? What I will have more stamina. What all will you have? Don't say I will not be breathless, because that again is a away from. If that is there, then again, for every away from, come up with 5 towards. So that is the principle over here about away from and towards. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So now all of you who have written any kind of away from, lose 10 kilos. By the way, do you know that there is an effect in the fitness world which is called as the yo-yo effect? People lose weight and then immediately they put on weight. Because the target was, I want to lose weight. And our mind does not like to lose anything. Lose kiya bhi, so again it will put on, because then I'll get to lose it. So be careful about the way you're stating your goals. Instead of saying I want to lose 10 kilos, say that I want to be at the particular weight of, let's say, 60 kilos, 70 kilos, whatever your weight target is. Put that target, make it towards. Okay, so for example, even health. I want to improve my health for what reason? It could be so that I can run a marathon, or so that I can just play with a lot of stamina with my grandchildren when I'm old. Or the away from could be that so that I'm not falling sick, so that I don't have disease. All of that. So be clear. Don't be away from. But if there is any away from coming up, then force your mind to come up with at least 5 things. You don't want an X kind of partner. So what are the 5 qualities that should be in your partner? Be clear about that and create the internal representation of that. Okay. So whether it is the way the goal is stated, again, even when we say I want to be stress free, I want to be debt free. Although it is saying free, but what am I saying? Debt nahi chahiye. I don't want that debt. So instead of saying debt free, say what do you have? I'll be abundant in money. I'll be probably giving to people who need money. So think about those things. Right. To have a powerful image in society, to get things done professionally and personally with the use of influence of power. Since I've experienced that I don't have good connects and we are not powerful, then things don't work ahead. Yeah. Okay. So that's towards that I want to have a powerful image. That's okay. That's good. All right. Okay. Now let's move on. The next step of the well-formed outcome is now to get into more specificity about the goal, making it very, very clear. And this is called as the SMART goal setting. Some of you may have heard of SMART from management philosophy or other self-help books. In NLP, there is a slight twist to the SMART. The first and foremost twist is that the sequence is not going to be SMART, it's going to be SMTAR. SMTAR. We'll dive into it, what it is. Then for each of them, there is a different way to look at it. So let's see what to do. Okay, let's start with the S. S stands for specific and simple. So what specifically do you want? When you say I want financial independence or financial freedom, is it specific? Is the goal specific? Financial freedom. No, right? So how can you make it specific? You can either decide what is that net worth or investment value or bank balance that you want. That can make it specific. Or you can either decide what is the monthly income that you want. That I will have a 5 lakhs of income every month or 10 lakhs of income every month. And that too, it could be passive income. So decide that, right? Yeah, it could be 1 crore of bank balance or 10 crores of net of bank balance or 100 crores of bank balance or even 10 lakhs of bank balance. I cannot decide what is that number for you, but you will have to decide what it will be for you. Make it specific. Okay. So for example, public speaking. What about public speaking? By the way, lose fear of public speaking is entirely away from. When you lose fear of public speaking, what will you get? What will you want? Come up with at least 5 things of that. Okay, maybe you'll speak more fluently. Maybe you'll talk with confidence. Maybe you'll present with ease. What are those 5 things? But now, even that is not very specific. That is good for converting away from to towards. So, what exactly in public speaking? Maybe you'll talk to 100 people on stage. Yeah, realistic part is coming. Fame, reputation, it's not specific. What do you mean by that? Fame could be 5 people know me, it is fame. Or 5 lakh people know me, even that is fame. Be clear. Now we are working on the goals, not the reason for the goal. What is the specific goal that you are having? For example, if I say being healthy, what do you mean by being healthy? It could be a certain weight target, or it could be that I'm completing a marathon, or it could be certain measurements. What do you mean? Or it could be like HbA1c, very specific. From this number, I wanted to come down to this number. So target the number that you want to bring it down to. That is good. That is specific. So make your goals specific. Okay, lose weight or be healthy. Either put the weight number or different parameters. Put a parameter to it. Yeah, Dr. Manjari, that is good for the reasons. Now, what is specific goal that you have? How would you know that? What parameter can you test your goal with? Put that. So nasal polyp का क्या? Some checkup का report होगा ना, where there is some number. Maybe you can put that. How would you know? In which report will you come to know? So make your goal specific. Okay. Next thing is make your goal measurable. M is for measurable. Now, measurable and specific, you may say they are same, right? Whatever is specific is measurable. Maybe. Conscious level, maybe. But as I told you, we are working on the subconscious mind over here. If someone has a weight loss goal, okay, let's say I want to achieve a weight of 70 kilos by June 2023. How would you know that you have achieved 70 kilos? How would you know? How can you measure? Yeah, Dr. Manjri. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. How would you know that you have achieved in June? You have achieved that measure. You'll be that some kilogram will be there per month. Okay, that is one thing. But how will you know that the goal is achieved? What needs to happen for you to know that the goal is achieved? Weighing scale, correct? You will see on the weighing scale. Now, that is a very conscious level, logical, analytical answer. Common sense की बात है यार. I will see on the scale, this is the weight, I'll come to know. But when we talk of well-formed outcomes in NLP, the measurable component is not only what is for the conscious mind, but also what is there for the subconscious mind. A survey was conducted in US where people were asked, how would you know that you have lost weight? The most common answer was not about checking the weighing scale. What do you think it was? Pant measurement. Yeah. Fitting into the old clothes. Not even a measure. It was basically fitting into the old clothes. Or fitting into that old jeans of mine or the old wonderful dress of mine. That was the measure. The second most common was that somebody recognized it. Friends commented. People appreciated. People complimented me. Weighing scale was number 3. Now, what this means is that when you are setting your goal, that time only you please be clear. How will you know that you have achieved the goal? And think about it. If at all, you are someone who has this kind of criteria, and don't go by nahi, mere sare aisa nahi hota hai. Go by very clear awareness. Yeah, this was what matters to me. So if you are someone to whom all these things matter about maybe fitting into old clothes or being complimented by someone, and let's say you achieve your weight loss goal and you see on the weighing scale that specific number has been achieved, but nobody is complimenting, or that jeans I'm still not able to fit in, what happens? What will happen? The person will start getting demotivated in spite of taking all the actions, in spite of achieving the results so-called by number, which was very specifically put. But the measurable component tha for the subconscious, that didn't happen. And that demotivates, and then again you are back on your old path. So in well-formed outcomes, we become very clear that how will you measure? And sometimes when people say, no, that people should compliment me, often it is not people, it is that very one specific person. Everybody said, but this one person did not say, maza nahi hai. And the trick over here that the mind plays is that your conscious mind is often not even aware that this could be a big demotivator. But yeah, it completely kind of diffuses you if that thing that you wanted did not happen. So become aware. Remember, the first step is awareness. So become aware. Yeah, to come over. Okay. All right. So that is about making it measurable. It means I need to be very specific towards tools to analyze the stocks. Up to you, Pooja. If that is what matters to you, what is it? How will you know that you have fine-tuned your skills in the stock market? What needs to happen for you to tick it off as done? It is like this. How will you tick that goal off in your mind? Not just at a conscious level, also at a subconscious level. Okay, that is S and M. Now I told you the sequence has changed over here from SMART to SMTAR. So now let's go to T. T is for time bound. By when would you want to achieve the goal? So 5 crores in the bank, by when? Nasal polyp, by when? Clear passage. Or if I say like Zahira was very clear, May 2023. Like that, I want you all to put a timeline to your goal. Okay, so before we move to the next checkpoint, I want you to write your goal in a way that is specific, measurable, time bound, and towards. I'll give you 1 minute to frame your goal in such a way and write it down, and also share it in the chat box over here. And I want everyone to write it because the next step is going to be very important to understand. You'll need to do this. You need to write this. 6 lakh by July 23. So out of 6 lakh monthly income or 6 lakhs in the bank or 6 lakhs what? Write it properly. Don't just make a statement. Make a statement which is put in the towards frame, specific, measurable, and time bound. Write a full sentence. How to do for yoga exercise? What do you want? Be clear, no? How to do to baat ki baat hai. Pehle be clear what you want. You want to do it every day or what is your outcome? 7 crores by April. Okay, 25. Okay, earning more than 2 lakhs per month by May 23. Get L1 visa and be in USA by end of 23. So I get mental peace. Okay. Yeah, HbA1c. Okay. And Sandeep, you drop that part from 7.3% because that reference of what you don't want, remove that. Just the outcome is to reach 5.9%. Okay. Yeah, blood reports will confirm this. Medicine drawer will have space for books and magazine. Okay. Reduce 15 kilos, what you want. Reduce 15 kilos again away from because I don't want that 15 kilos. So maybe I'll be at 55 kilos or 65 kilos, whatever is that weight target, put that. Yeah, I'll get 70 kilos by next month. Okay, now when we say time bound, listen to this very carefully. When we say time bound, put a very specific day or at least month. Answer this question. What is the difference between tomorrow and 20 February 2023? What is the difference between 20th February 2023 and tomorrow? Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow there will be another tomorrow. But 20th February is fixed. It is going to come. Right? When you say next month in your goal setting, what will happen? Next month, there will be another next month. When you say 6 months from now, 6 months from now, there will be another 6 months from now. So when you put the time bound, make it specific by at least by month. Okay. I want to see myself in June 23, more healthier person and enthusiastic person. No, not done. It is not specific. It is not measurable. Time bound, you have made it. How will you know you have become more healthier? How will you know you have become more enthusiastic? What needs to happen for you to know that? Because healthier, more healthier, what is that? It is a comparative deletion. Compared to what? Tomorrow I'll be more healthier than today. Okay. So when will I know? And then day after I can still be more healthier than tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. Then what is that benchmark? How will you know? Want to pass my exams with 70% marks in April 23? Good. Become a CXO. 10 schools signed up for 23-24 for my training with income of 5 lakhs. Okay. 5 lakhs per month, per year. Be specific. Earn 5 lakhs per month by Jan 24. Okay. I want to manage well my time and work within a week so that I can regulate meditation. No, Vandana, it's still a bit vague. What exactly? How will you know you have managed well your time? It could be like, completing my to-dos list every day or my top three things that I'm doing. Depend how are you going to manage it? Regulate my meditation means what? Do 1 hour of meditation, do 10 minutes of meditation? What do you mean by that? Want to play all major and minor chords? Okay, by April 23. Register and complete PhD. Improve daily communication with parents? No, not done. Preeta. You'll need to fine tune it. How will you measure that you have improved daily communication? How will you know that your daily communication has improved? It could be by measuring the number of, uh, fights that are happening. That may reduce, but again, that isn't away from. How can you make it towards? Maybe you are spending good time during dinner time or lunch time, having good discussions together. How will you know? How will you measure? 3 lakh per month as my personal income. Okay. 55 kilos. Yeah. Good. I want to maintain my weight at 58 by April 23. Okay. Put the year also. All right. Yeah. Yes. 22nd October. All right. Conduct classes of 500 people. Okay. Okay. 19 February. That is today. Oh, 1 year from now. Okay. 24. Okay. Good. Good. Earn 3 lakhs per month. Yeah. Get promotion. Okay. Get promotion to what level? It's better you even mention that. Okay. I'm starting shelter home chain in the name of NSH nationwide. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Physically fit, enjoying yoga. Okay. Okay. Good. Number of hugs. Oh, that is nice. Okay. Be able to complete pending work in a week. Okay. All right. 1 hour meditation. What if goal not achieved in specific time? How does it? We're coming to that. We're coming to that, Ankit. Okay. Emotions wala goal. Emotion wala goal ko you convert into something tangible or better apply anchoring. Okay. All right. Now that you have the goal, which is made into specific, measurable, and time bound. Now we'll move into A. A is achievable. Is the goal achievable or no? Do you think you can achieve the goal or not? Now, who will decide this for you? Only you can decide. You are the only judge about whether your goal is an achievable, realistic goal or not. And to do that, we will follow a series of a few questions. Okay. So now listen to the question carefully. Consider the goal that you have written. And on that goal, now think about 1 minute. This particular question. On a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is absolutely uncertain, unsure, and 10 is absolutely sure. On the scale of 0 to 10, how certain are you that you can achieve the goal? On a scale of 0 to 10, how certain are you that you can achieve your goal? Okay, good. So, my question is, how certain are you that you can achieve your goal? Okay. Everyone type it. Okay. Okay, good. Done. Everyone has typed. Now, next question. On a scale of 0 to 10, how certain are you that you will achieve the goal? Certain are you that you will achieve the goal? The first question was, how certain are you that you can achieve the goal? And now the question is, how certain are you that you will achieve the goal? Okay, now type the rating together in the chat box with a comma in between. Yeah, 7, 7, 10, 10, 8, 10, 8, 8. Okay, 9, 10. Okay, 6, 10, 10, 9, 10, 10, 20, 20. Okay, 7, 7. Okay, 3, 10, 7, 10. All right. Now I ask you two different questions. What is the difference between these two questions? What is the How certain are you that you can achieve the goal, and how certain are you that you will achieve the goal? You can and will make क्या differences? What is the difference? Any ideas? Any What happened in your mind when you were answering that? See, you answered it. You have answered the rating on both, which only means that your subconscious has understood very well the difference between can and will. Now, I want you to be aware on what basis have you created that. Okay. Can created doubt and will assurance. Okay, that's for you. Will is more sure. Will, I am committed. Will is certainty. Okay. Can is possible, but not sure if I succeed. Okay. Certainty and ability means will means more confident. Okay. Okay, Gracie. Yeah. Will, can. Okay. Can. I can do it and I will do it. Let's understand this. Can is talking about your capability, your ability to do it. And if your rating on that is less than 10, what that means is that there is some limiting belief about your own capability towards the achievement of this particular goal. Which means something that I have to do. Maybe I have to acquire some skill, some capability, some learning, some external help. What do I need to do that will allow me to do it? That can make me capable enough to achieve the goal. So the can question tests your belief about your own capability. Will, I will do it. The will question tests your belief about whether other things around you, other pressing demands, other important things, whether you will be able to manage all those or not. So, let's say you want to work on a certain goal. Let's say you want to work on improving your guitar skills. Yeah, I can do it. But well, there are so many other things to do. I have to manage my work. I have to manage my studies. I have to do this, that. I'm not sure. So that will affect your will rating. That's the difference mainly between can and will. Now, that is the way it is meant to be understood. For some people, you may have understood it ulta pulta. But what it is basically is one of them, the can question addresses the limiting belief about your own capability. Will addresses the limiting beliefs that you may have about other people demanding attention from you or other things that are equally important or more important that are pressing and taking your toll on devoting time to them. So that is what, so can is basically the internal and will is the other things, external. But can may be supported by external as well. Maybe I need some help, I can do that. I can find out who's the right person to help me. I'll need some more resources. I can work on that. And will is whether I'll be able to manage all of that with other things as well. Ecology. Okay, so that is the difference between can and will. Now, whichever way you got it, the point is that your subconscious understood the difference and that's how you rated yourself on that. Now, if you have already given yourself a 10-10, then the next question which I'm asking is not applicable to you, at least for this goal. But you can keep in mind for another goal where probably your rating may not be a 10-10. We all work on multiple goals, right? So now for everyone who has not got a 10, please listen to this question carefully. What needs to happen for your can rating to become a 10? And what needs to happen for your will rating to become a 10? Please understand these two are independent, separate questions. Don't give combined answers. So, question number 1, what needs to happen for your can rating to become a 10? And question number 2, what needs to happen for your will rating to become a 10? Learn skill to reach can and time management for will. Okay. Specific towards practice and learn. Okay. In fact, I will reframe this question. I asked you what needs to happen. Francis has answered according to that. Right? I'm going to change the question. Flip the question. Instead of saying what needs to happen, my question is, what do you need to do to make your can rating a 10? And what do you need to do to make your will rating a 10? We are flipping the question from effect mode to cause mode. What needs to happen can often take you into effect mode. I am doing everything. That person has to do it properly. I'm not talking about what needs to happen now. What do you need to do to make that can rating a 10 and to make the will rating a 10? New habit making, attend interviews, consistency of efforts. Come on, everyone who has a rating of 10, of less than 10, type in the chat box, what do you need to do to make your rating go up to 10? Sincere practice of correct way. Save money required for PhD. Manage external environment. Learn more, practice more, time schedule management, use NLP techniques. Can I change my goal thinking about realities? Yes, you can, Sushma. Yes, this is your time to change that. Commitment and perseverance. Will I need to prepare better so I'm sure of getting the marks I want. Practice hours of dedication. Okay. More exercise, proper diet, complete small goals, get confident, be consistent with NLP techniques. Just look at what you are writing. And look at what all of you have written. Scroll up the chat box and see what all of you have written. If you take a snapshot of the chat box right now, you will get a good practice set of meta model violations. Don't you think so? So chunked up language, consistency, practice, dedication, schedule management, manage external environment, sincere practice. What is all this? And here your mind will fool you to come up with high levels, achhe din aayenge kind of answers. I'm not looking at achhe din aayenge over here. Whatever you have written, I want you all to chunk it down to specifics. Like the way Sunil has written, very good example over there. Build the profile better in LinkedIn. Reach out to organizational leaders through references. Get the help of coach to build C-level skills. Thank you, Sunil, for sharing that. Oh, there was one more I saw like that about save money required for PhD. But still that can be chunked down to how are you going to save? Are you going to do an SIP? How much money every month you need to save? So I want you now, whatever you have taken, chunk it down. Need to exercise and diet. You came to know that today or sure you knew that. Utna gyan to tha sabke paas. I want you to now be specific. We are talking about changing your rating from wherever it is to a 10. You need to exercise and diet. You will do that and reach the rating that you have already given yourself. What is that incremental thing that you're going to do now, which was earlier, if it was a 7 or 8, now to go from there to a 10? You're probably already thinking about exercising and dieting, but that will take you only to whatever rating you gave yourself. Break old unresourceful habits and build new resourceful habits. Total chunked up. Upar. What are those unresourceful habits? How are you going to break them? What are the new resourceful habits? How are you going to build them? I'll give you 1 minute to come up with as chunked down answers as possible. Practice with family members for classes. Which family members? What practice? Where will you begin with? How much time will you practice? I'm asking you only meta model questions over here. Yes, Tapaswin. The first 2 questions are effect mode. The next 2 questions are cause mode. Pause mode. The first 2 questions are a good starting point to think what will be that magical world that I want to be in. And the next 2 questions are asking you, how will you create that magical world? The needs to happen, which appears to be in the effect mode, there's a provocation for you to think about all the things that you would want in an ideal situation. And the next 2 questions are asking you, how are you going to create that ideal situation without waiting for somebody else to create it? Right? Okay, so guys, think about it. What are you going to do? Increase SIP to 30,000. That is very nice, specific, chunk down. I can try. You already know the impact of word try. Try presupposes chalta hai, nahi bhi hua to. We'll go to gym today. Yeah. How will you know what is a different workout? How will you know what different exercise? What is that next step that you will need to do right now? Completely chunked down, granular. Going to roll out new plan to my clients in next 15 days. Everyday practice, fingering practice, precise fingering practice of playing chords for 1 hour. Very good. Break habit of sleeping late and build new habits. Sleep at right time, get right intention. Very good. Now your next step would be on each of this. How? What are you going to do? Have 3 phone conversations with parents. Excellent. Good starting point. That is the reason my rating would not go beyond a certain level. The reason being possibility of having COVID-19 like situation. Oh yes. We could never factor a perfect ideal world. We are not people who can predict the future. तो वो हिसाब से भाई रेटिंग देना ही क्यों? But see, COVID tha, nobody could ever even envisage it. Even if someone would have given a 10-10, COVID happens, it goes away. Right now, the thing is that other things being equal, like the famous economics theories start with that line, right? Other things being equal. If everything goes on the way it is going on right now, whatever is in your control, based on that, what is your rating? Wake up 1 hour early, convert that time of social media in my goal. Very good. Put my shoe and start walking to get 70 kilos. Good. Walking regularly will start strength training. Make CAN 10, eat food as per diet plan given by Gayatri, practice intermittent fasting. Oh, wow. Very, very chunk down. Good. Take charge of my meals, communicate beforehand. Okay. Positive attitude, create positive effects. Daily 2 hours of study and practice. 4 hours on weekend. Very good. Meditate regularly. Regularly means what? Even once a week is regular. Even once a day is regular. Daily. Yes. We'll start reading and practicing swing trading tools. Yes. Okay, so I'm giving you kind of a starting point for you to chunk down. This practice, this question itself can take you 10-15 minutes to work on. Because here you will identify all the action. Now imagine what is happening over here. What is the power of this question and this rating? If you did not give attention to figure out what do you need to do to take your rating to a 10, whatever efforts you would have put in would have only taken you to the level that you initially came up with. Let's say you were at a 7, so that means there was 70% chance of achieving your goal. Goal setting to bahut mast kiya. You did a wonderful goal setting process. But the effectiveness of that is restricted to 70%. Now, by giving this a thought further, what we are doing is we are increasing the effectiveness of achieving the goal. We are moving from goal setting towards more possibility of goal getting. All right. So now you have figured out certain chunk down ways. Now, my question to you is that how committed are you to do these additional actions that you've come up with? Are you 100% committed to do these additional actions? Very good. No. Good. Thank you for being honest. So how much percent are you committed to? Ankit. 70. Okay. All right. So whatever percent you're committed to, be clear, be aware. This is not a motivational talk that I'm giving you to push you from wherever you are to 100%. We are looking at proper practical tools of making it happen. Right? Now, my question to you is, now that you are 100% committed, most of you are 100% committed, all those who are 100% committed, or whatever you are committed to, even less than 100, whatever it is, what is your revised rating of can and will? Type in the chat box. 10-10. Very good. Okay. 10-9. Okay. 8-9. Okay. Ankit. Even if you are less than the 100% committed, in that case, what would be your revised rating? 9. Okay. 8, 8. Okay. 9, 10. Come on, everyone, type in your revised rating. Okay. Good. Now think about it. You have identified the ways of going to 10. You have checked your commitment levels on that. Now, in spite of that, if your rating is not a 10, what does it indicate? Is your goal attainable? We're talking about the A of the SMTAR. A for attainable. Is your goal attainable? Is it realistic? So here is your chance to fine tune the goal. Rather than work on a goal which is causing you more demotivation, that arey hota tha to acha hota, I wish it could happen. It is your chance right now, before we move ahead on the goal setting process, to work on revising the goal if needed. Now, revising the goal, that can be two parts to it, two ways of revising the goal. One is revise the what of the goal, the specific and measurable that you put. And second is revise the when of the goal, which is the time. For example, if I'm saying that I will achieve 80 kilos by June 2023. Now, if my rating, instead of doing whatever it takes, instead of coming up with various options, I say that no, still it's coming to 8, 8 or 6, 7. Then maybe 80 kilos by June 23 may not be attainable or realistic. And you are your only judge. So what do you want to do? You want to make it, let's say, 82 kilos by June? How does that sound? Better? 10, 10? Alright? Okay. Or let's say 80 kilos hi rakhna hai, you want to keep a target of 80 kilos. Let's say instead of June, we'll make it September. 80 kilos by September. Now 10, 10. So this is your opportunity to revise the goal in a way that your rating is a 10, 10. And yet, if your rating is not a 10, 10, then you decide whether you want to go ahead with the goal or not. You may still say it is a bit of a stretch, I'm not sure, but it's okay. You know, there is a saying, right, that aim for the moon. If not the moon, you will at least land up among the stars. Your choice. As long as you are clear about what you are going for. Slight stretch, even if you are coming to 9, 10 level types, it's okay. But if it's at less than 9 also, 8, 7, 6, then you may need to reconsider the framing or the time of the goal. Okay, are we clear? So that's about the A, that is the attainable. On a scale of 0 to 10, how certain you are that you can achieve the goal, that you will achieve the goal. And that is what tells you whether your goal is attainable or not. The next step in the goal getting process over here is R. R is how relevant is the goal. What will this goal do for you? How important is this goal? How is it meaningful? What is the purpose of this goal? Somewhere you realize the goal only is one aspect of my life. How does it fit into other areas of my life? Like there was one comment when I was asking in the earlier part that what will this goal do for you? Why is this goal important to you? And someone had written so that I can balance all areas of my life. So yeah, this is where you give a thought to other areas of life. So it could be a goal of financial freedom, or business goal, a professional goal, a promotion goal, or a health goal. How is it going to affect other areas of your life? How is it meaningful and purposeful for you? And another uh, checkpoint is that what is it a responsible goal? For example, I can have a goal of making more money, but I can achieve that even by robbing a bank, and that is not a responsible goal. A goal of looting a bank is definitely not a responsible goal, right? So, is it causing harm to others? Is it safe to others, to yourself? Is it safe to yourself? Is it safe to others? Is it safe to the planet? That's what makes it a responsible goal. So, that is the SMART. Okay. Rajiv was asking whether the will score can be more than can. Yeah, that is okay. They are two different questions. It could be more or less also. It could be that you know that, yeah, you will be able to do it. Time to both hai. But can, whether there's doubt in my own capability or confidence. Will I be confident? Will I be able to do that? So it could be. Okay, so we are halfway through the goal setting process. We've done the mind map on the right hand side. The left hand side is still remaining. So we'll continue that after a short break. So we'll come back at 8:35. Is that okay for all? Yeah. So see you at 8:35 a.m. India time sharp. Now, with respect to the goal that you have written, how are you feeling about it right now? How different